All right, we're in for a fresh raid. We're going to focus on getting these blueprints on this map. I know it sounds weird because Close Scrutiny isn't really considered a map for looting or a map event. It's considered a operation, and there's less loot containers spawning on the map. So how are we going to find a lot of blueprints? Well, we have two strats. It starts first with the combat supplies, which are scattered throughout the map and pretty easy to find. Once you're within 200 meters, they will appear on the minimap. So you want to keep opening the map and sort of just make your way around the map. Combat supplies are essentially just a collection of raider-style containers. Now, if you've watched anything about blueprints, then you'll know that raider-style containers have a selection of blueprints inside that can potentially spawn. And that includes all of the lower-level weapon blueprints and the weapon parts blueprints, like heavy and medium. So you can get things like the Osprey, Venator, Anvil, all of the blue tier weapons and green tier weapons. There's our first blueprint there, like guns parts. So as you can see, they do spawn here. And it's usually like a 10% chance in my experience for raider style containers. So we're going to keep looking. Well, 5 to 10% chance. It's kind of hard to get the exact numbers. No one's adjusting it. So now we're going to walk throughout the rest of the map. And if we just keep running around, they're going to start appearing on our minimap, and we'll find more. And don't you worry, this is not the only way to get blueprints. We're going to focus on these first because they can only be looted once and they won't respawn. And if people get to them before us, then of course we're not going to be able to get our hands on them. Right? But I'll show you another method to get other blueprints later in this. It's basically farmable infinitely throughout the match, which is really cool. And it's something that a lot of people overlook. We're coming up here trying to find more of these combat supplies. I'm having a feeling maybe they don't spawn much on this side of the map or something. There we go, there's one. All the way down there. Now, there are going to be people farming these as well, so it's going to be a bit based on luck, depending on whether you've joined a lobby that has a bunch of people farming the Ark or people farming the loot. So you might get lucky in some rounds and loot a bunch of these combat supply spots to yourself. And in others, you might only get maybe 1 or 2, depending on your spawn location. So keep that in mind. We're coming on down here now to the next set of spawns. And as you can see, these ones have been opened. So you might get a situation like me where someone else has cleared through that. And that's fine. We can go to the next spot. We're just going to keep running around now. You kind of want it, because it's a 200-meter radius, you got to think, like, if you can run across the map in a way that allows you to, you know, for example, that's 68 meters. All the way down there, that's almost 200 meters. If I come more towards this way a bit, I'm going to get more potential spawns, you know? This is the edge of the map. I don't need to be that close to the edge of the map. Better to run around this way. There we go. That is now 160 meters. So everything in this area is going to appear on the minimap as I run through. What we've got to do is keep on going. I'd suggest bringing a lot of stims for this. Also, this could be a good way to potentially get some epic weapons, as the weapon cases do spawn epic weapons now. Oh, and also definitely bring a photo cloak for situations like this. You might just need to sneak your way past some of the Ark. And by the way, here's our other source of blueprints. We'll deal with those in a little minute. There'll be more spawns later on. So there are a couple here that I'd love to get my hands on. But the reason why I leave the surveyors for later, they actually call in... There's one over there. They call in the assessors, and a lot of people are farming those. So if you kill the surveyors, they're not going to call in the assessors as often. So I like to do the combat supplies first, let the surveyors do their thing a little bit, and then farm the surveyors after. And, I mean, it's not really the end of the world because the surveyors will spawn back as well. All right, so going to go over here. We do have a laser beam boy on us, so we're just going to have to be careful here. If I wait behind this and just get ready here, get ready, throw that like that, and then I'll run down here. So smokes and photo cloak, super important. Oh, he just flew over it. All right, we're going to wait in here a second. Wait in here a second for our photo cloak to recharge, and we're going to make our way to this combat supply spot here. Give me a second. We're going to drop all of this extra ammo. We don't need it. So far, you know, we've gotten a couple weapons and one blueprint for only one supply drop, so not too bad. How's our photo cloak looking? I think it has enough. Let's go. There's it. Keep on going. Okay. Fun fact, if you click to use the photo cloak, when you first click it, it takes a nice chunk of usage out of it. So you want to click and hold. Don't click and then let go and then click and let go. You'll use up a lot of that potential. The charge. Right, we got a bunch of grenade cases this time. Interestingly, grenade cases drop weapon parts, so that's kind of cool. We can also have wolf packs, so that's nice. A lore grenade that could come in useful in a second. Okay. Just ammo. At that time we got a med bag, and med bags also do spawn the weapon blueprints as well. A lot of people get a little bit confused about that. Okay. Nothing there, so we're going to keep going this way now. Okay, we got like, look, we can see almost all the way into village, and also all the way over to warehouse complex here for any spawns. So this is pretty good. I'm going to ping the edge of the map there. That's 170 meters away, and this is 200 meters away. So we're seeing this whole area for these combat supplies right now. Oh, hold on, we've got a wasp to deal with. I'm pretty sure the combat supplies are going to be static spawns, so you can always just use something like Metaforge to probably find the spawns. I'm sure the community is probably figuring out the spawns as we speak. A hornet to deal with. Now, I went for the Jupiter for the Surveyor farm later on in the video, and I would recommend trying that yourself as well. I feel like there aren't as many combat supplies on Bluegate. To be honest, this is quite a bit of a surprise. I found a lot more on Spaceport. There's one over there. Look how far away you can spot that, though. Yeah, I think this would be more efficient on Spaceport. There are a lot of combat supplies on that map. Surprisingly, not many on Bluegate. We basically traveled the whole map and only come across a few spawns. Perhaps it's because it's a smaller map. That might be why. Either way, we're just periodically checking the map again. And then we're going to come down this way. And phase 2 of our farm begins. The Surveyor farm. Now, Surveyors also drop blueprints. In this current patch, they drop blueprints pretty commonly. There have been times where they really don't drop them that often. But right now, they do drop them pretty commonly. This one hasn't been looted. And the great thing about Surveyors, they can drop all sorts of blueprints. Like, pretty much anything. Weapon blueprints, attachment blueprints, augment blueprints. I don't think there's anything that they can't drop. So that's pretty cool. We didn't get one there. All right, so we only got one blueprint from the combat supplies this time. Like I say, I think it would be better to do this on... Oh, there's another one there. Spaceport. But you can try your luck here as well. We're coming down here now. And we're going to grab another combat supplies if this one hasn't been looted. And then we're going to focus our farm on the Surveyors. Honestly, that's where the fun begins. Now, I have a call for everybody. A call for help. If you have looted a blueprint from a Surveyor piece that isn't the main core, you know, one of the small Dorito pieces, one of the small chips, if you've looted a blueprint from that, please send me video evidence. Oh, this one's already been opened up. Because I have not seen it yet. Some people believe that it does spawn there. Our fast Surveyor. Here we go. So if we shoot it right in the core. Well, we've got 2 here. Let's go. 2 shots of the Jupiter will do it. There's another one down there. Yeah, they spawn like crazy in this mode. Oh, I can't see because of the rain. There we go. Like, these pieces, I've never seen the blueprint. And some people say that they've got it. Please... Oh, there we go. Shotgun silencer blueprint. Next blueprint. Please, 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 if you've seen a blueprint outside of the core, please send me video proof. From my experience, I haven't found it, and I just think it's a waste of time looting all of these small little chips. I focus on the main piece instead. Take the Surveyor cores as well, because you are going to need those for the project. I'm going to stock up on some sensors and arc motion cores. I need arc motion cores to make more magnetic accelerators because you're going to constantly need to repair your your legendary weapons in this mode, that's for sure. Got another combat supplies pack over here. I'm guessing these have been looted. Yeah, it seems like someone's run through this already. So you're going to have that same experience, especially later on in the map. Chances are it would have been looted. But we killed two surveyors. We've already found one blueprint. So that's pretty good going so far. I'm going to make our way to this combat supplies. Well, that's probably been looted. And now yeah, it's been looted. Okay, we're going to go make our way to the center of the map and go hunt down more surveyors. And they will keep spawning throughout the game. If we see an assessor spawn in, by the way, we are going to know that a surveyor has been there because they're the ones that spawned it in. Let's cross across the map now. Here we go. Is that... Yeah, so there's an assessor coming down there. So we know there's a surveyor over there somewhere. We're going to make our way there now. So far... Unfortunately, we didn't get too lucky with the combat supplies. A lot of them have been already looted. But, like I say, sometimes you get luckier. I think the most fun is from the surveyors, honestly. And the surveyors will just keep spawning in. I mean, this is incredible because in most... Well, every other map condition, there's only one surveyor per map. Sometimes two. Once they do spawn back, it takes a while. And... usually you've just got one. Now we've got dozens spawning per map, which is just incredible. So the assessor is around here. We can see it actually. We can follow the beams. We also saw two surveyors here earlier, rolling around the hill. So we want to keep our eyes peeled. Now there's one. Is that one there? It's a wasp. Okay. It can be a little bit tricky to see, but as long as you follow the assassin spawns, you'll kind of be in the right location. So we've got to keep our eyes peeled now for any rolling surveyor balls. Looking... See if we can get up on height here and have a good look. Let's see. Looking for surveyors. There's one. See what I mean? Here we go. Priming the shot when it comes behind this tree and shoot it. Oh, I got hit by a rock, dude. That's funny. Oh, there's a guy there that's going to loot my thing. I've got to get closer to it. There we go. Well, I shot it first. And do we have another blueprint? Yes, we do. A silencer 2. So as you can see, you can get all sorts of blueprints in here. Blueprint drop rate is pretty good. Right, we found one surveyor here, but there was another one earlier. It may have been killed. What we're going to do is try and get up on height here. See what else we can see. And people will start leaving the match later on, but we've got a hatch key, so we can stay to the very end. And I'm sure they'll keep spawning. Let's have a look at the other... Okay. Not seeing any other assessor spawns at the moment. Kind of want to get up on height and have a little look around. There's no point necessarily running around the whole map constantly back and forth because they're a little bit hidden. Gotta kind of sit up on height. Okay. I can get up here and have a proper little look around for the surveyors. And not seeing any from this vantage point. We might need to wait for this next assessor to come down. Okay. I've seen a lot of people calling in supply drops in this mode. I don't know why. I don't usually see people bother. We're going to come back up on the hill. There's going to be a bit of a downtime now, I think, before the next assessor spawns in. So, we're going to have to keep our eyes peeled for that. But I know that there was another surveyor around here, if it hasn't been killed. Obviously, other people know this already, that surveyors have blueprints, so, you know, some people farm them. I think it's good to just, you know, common courtesy, like, wait till the assessors start spawning in first, because I'm pretty convinced they will not spawn in if you go and wipe out all of the surveyors off the map, you know? So, be aware of that. I'd suggest doing the combat supplies first. Give the surveyors... Oh, I hear one. I hear one. Am I crazy? Probably crazy, dude. Yeah. Give the surveyors a chance to spawn in. They have an 8-minute cooldown, I'm pretty sure. Same with Big Arc. So if they're all dead, you need to wait. And that's going to be a set of... I think that's going to be an assessor and a surveyor that spawned in because they spawn in pairs. Or is that a double surveyor? Oh, okay. No, it wasn't. It was a set of wasp and hornets. Usually the assessors... There we go. There's one over there. So the assessor... Wait, this one hasn't... Oh, it has been loaded. The assessors... Sorry, the vaporizers usually are in pairs with the surveyors. There's one there as well. There we go. We'll drop down there. So that line is the surveyor calling in the assessor. Yeah, the I think I was right about it here. It spawned in with vaporizer. I'm pretty sure they're in pairs. Okay, we need to be careful here, though. Let's go find our roly boy. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Let's follow him down this way. He's going on a bit of an adventure. Let's take him for a walk away from all of these arc. That would be ideal. Now, a couple hornets and wasps we can deal with, but the vaporizer right now, we could deal with it if we have to. We're mostly focusing on that. Remember that there's another surveyor up there somewhere. Here we go. Right. Vaporizer's coming this way, which is a little bit awkward, not gonna lie. Need to get behind this thing here a second. Right. Okay. Vaporizer's coming over. Surveyor's here. Hopefully this vaporizer doesn't see me here. Should be able to just walk behind it and then get the loot. Go. If we're in a bit of a situation, we could put our thing down. So you can see here that you don't get... Oh, we did get another blueprint. Okay. Wow. Yeah, so far so good. Obviously, we've only gotten, you know, some attachment blueprints so far. But you can absolutely get weapon blueprints and augment blueprints in here, including the infamous survivor blueprint. So far, we have killed... What? I mean... There's only been one surveyor that hasn't had a blueprint so far. This has been a really good run. Your experience may vary slightly. Keep that in mind. You know, they are dropping much more often currently. But blueprints are not guaranteed in surveyors. And like I say, if you have any proof of the chips, the little thin Dorito chip-looking things, spawning blueprints, please send me video proof. I would like to see it. Personally, I don't think it happens. Alright, looking for that surveyor. Gonna be down here somewhere. We've got a lot of vaporizers here, and we only have one. I see it. It's rolling down that way. Just roll behind that house. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Come to. I was gonna say come to daddy, but I'm not a arc parent, am I? I'm a human being. I swear. I'm not like Shani. I'm not like Shani, the absolute imposter. I promise, man. Shani is a bad guy. There we go. Anvil blueprint. Look at that. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that beautiful? I'm going to drop this ammo now. I'll drop that. We're starting to run out of space. Incredible. Okay. So we found 5 blueprints in a single run so far. Incredible. Oh, yeah, I got a defib, right? I didn't bring a defib? Oh, no. Oh, well, the journey continues. The journey continues. We shall go this way. What I like about the surveyors is they really give you a nice selection of items, you know? It's not like normal container types, which, you know, for the most part, each blueprint is assigned to a specific container type or map condition, whereas with surveyors, there's a real wide selection of potential blueprints. Now, we kind of need to wait for the spawns. I have a theory here that because the surveyor and vaporizers are tied together, I'm pretty sure they are, to cycle the spawns, you might need to eliminate the vaporizers. My current theory is, at the start of the match, there'll be... Oh, there we go. There's another one over there. There will be multiple vaporizers and surveyor spawns that start with the match. But you might need to clear out the... I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's wrong. I don't know. It needs to be tested. And I see that one down there. Either way, if you just follow the beams, you're going to be pretty busy anyway. Follow the assessor spawns and we're going to have a good time. Which is kind of cool in a way because in a normal raid, there's one surveyor. And sometimes it can be really hard to find it. In this mode, there are so many surveyors and they're constantly giving away their position because they spawn these things in. You know? Here we go, right here. I think the other one is kind of further away. I think there's another one down there. You can also use an equalizer. The secret with the surveyors, they have a very high armor. Very strong armor. You want something with extremely high arc armor pen. So, the legendary weapons. Another blueprint. Oh my god. This is a generational run here. Look at this. 6 blueprints already. And I didn't even get to loot many of the things. You know what? This run is going so well that I'm even going to call in one of the... I'm going to breach one of these. You know, maybe we'll get the Delabra. Delabra. Who knows? One of the rarest blueprints right now. Definitely not easy to get. This is the strat to do it if you didn't know. Imagine we get it. I don't have any space to take anything, to be honest. I have all of this stuff anyway. Yeah, okay. Right, we're dipping. Didn't work. I think there might have been another surveyor down here. Personally. I mean, it might have been the same one, but I'm going to have a little look. Little look. We could do another one. We could do another. Well, the small arc are kind of going away, aren't they? Like that. That could be a surveyor that spawned in with an assessor. I like the way the arc just fly away, dude. They're just like, all right, we'll go find something else to do. We're migrating. Here we go. Next one. Now this spawns in the bigger arc, so we've got to leave the area now at this point, to be honest. Let's see what we got. Oh, there's not going to be a blueprint in here. I would like to take that, actually. Fun fact, you can't drag items into the assessor. If you've got no space in your inventory, you'll need to drop the item on the floor and then move the item into your storage. So you can't swap assessor items with your inventory items. You have to drop it on the floor first to clear space. Well, we got 6 blueprints out of that. Really, really good. And we could have got a lot more if we had the combat supplies to ourselves, but somebody beat me to it. All right, let's dip. Let's go.